Given that g of x equals negative 2/3 to the x minus 2 power, evaluate g of negative 1 and g of 4. Now remember, to evaluate a function simply means to plug the value into the function, right? We're going to replace x with whatever it's asking us to plug in. But notice that this is what's known as an exponential function, right? The variable, right, is in the exponent of this function here. So let's write it out, right? Okay, what is g of negative 1 then? So that tells us that we are going to replace the x with negative 1 in this case, right? So let's just do that, negative 1 minus 2. And what happens when we simplify this? We get negative third power. Okay, well, wait a minute. What do we do with negative exponents? How do we deal with negative exponents? Remember, to make a negative exponent into a positive exponent, or vice versa, right? Remember, we can go backwards as well, okay? But in this case, if we want to make this into a positive exponent, we have to take the reciprocal of the base. Okay, now the base here is 2/3, right? Well, what's the reciprocal of 2 over 3? Right, that's going to be 3 over 2. So if we change this, remember, every action has an opposite reaction, right? So if we take the reciprocal of the base, the exponent becomes positive. And now we should be able to calculate this value. Okay. Now, based on the order of operations, right, remember, this negative is a multiplication. We're simply multiplying by negative 1. So we want to do the exponent first, right? So 3 to the third power is 27. 2 to the third power is 8. And then we're just going to multiply that by negative 1. So we get negative 27 over 8 as that answer. Okay. Well, what about g of 4? So once again, we are going to take the function, and we are going to replace that x with a 4. So that becomes 4 minus 2. Now that one, of course, 4 minus 2 is just equal to 2. So we get a positive exponent, which is fine, right? And so what happens now? Well, we'll just calculate this exponent, right? So 2 to the second power is 4. 3 to the second power is 9. And remember, this negative simply means we're going to multiply by negative 1 at the very end. So we get negative 4 over 9 as that answer.